Someone wants to have a prayer point. It's the prayer partner, not the prayer point. So if you want to be a man that is loving towards your woman, you must be responsible.
Hi viewers, how are you doing today? Welcome to the conversation, story behind my books with Rev Stephen Nyenty, where we share a very wonderful story behind each of his books and amazing topics from the book. And I'm Akinsurojo Okweyemi. I have with me here today Rev Stephen.
Hello everyone, thank you for being a part of the meeting. God bless you.
Yeah, it's good to have you here today again on our view. In today's episode, we'll be looking at what makes a woman feel loved. So do well to like this video, do well to comment, and share this video with your loved ones. So in this episode, we'll be looking at what makes a woman feel loved. As a sister watching, as a female figure watching, you're in a relationship, and your partner is wondering what makes you feel loved. So I think this is to the brothers. This is to the male figures who have as part of our viewers. In our last episode, we talked about what makes a man feel loved, and we spoke to the sisters. Reverend shared his heart with the sisters. In this episode, Reverend is going to be sharing his heart with the brothers. Yes, things that we need to buckle up on and show to our partner that we really care about them, we love them, and how would they expect that, okay, they should feel the same love expression from us. So we'll look at this Bible scripture, Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 3 to 4. You can open your Bible along with me. Chapter 2, verse 3 to 4. It says, like an apple tree among the trees of the wood, so is my beloved among the sons. Under his shadow I delighted to sit, and his fruit was sweet to my taste. Brothers, is that your expression of the female figure in your life? Like, do you see her that way? Okay, verse 4. He brought me to the banqueting house, and his banner over me was love. Comforting banner over my head when I was near with him. So, brother figures in the house. As a man in a relationship, does your woman feel this expression of love around you? Does she feel that, she feel like the Bible scripture says here, does she feel comfort around you? Does she feel a certain way, like we established in the previous episode, there's a vibes. So does this person feel a certain vibes from you? Looking at the fact that there's a context to what we're talking about, this is a relationship, a serious relationship. Don't forget the theme of this series, sustaining a relationship into marriage. So does your partner as a male feel that, do I feel about you that you take me or you relate with me in this way? Because this is an expression of love. And we said in previous episode, it is not a commandment. It is just important that we open up our heart to learn certain things and press delete button. Refresh your mind and learn certain things to do better in our relationship, and we reduce conflict and all. So in this episode, I'd like Reverend to shed light on certain things. But before that, we've had sister complain about not being treated well in their relationship, how the male figure in the relationship do not know how to express love, they are not romantic. But a side note to that, it is also important that as female figures or females in relationship, ladies, sisters, we do not put a standard of what we see in movies or in other people's relationship on our relationship. We don't put that projection. So it's not like maybe you're putting a pressure on your partner. But also, that does not rule out the fact that brothers should not up their game. It is not saying that the brother should be cold. Neither is it saying that the brother should be dull, lethargic, or not romantic in the relationship. So I think there is a balance as to what we're discussing in this episode. So, sir, I'd love you to explain to us, love you to shed light, looking at your experience and even what you had written in the book. Yes, I feel that it's a whole lot. And to our viewers, if you've not gotten the book, be nice. Good and godly people follow you because you are like it. This is the book dedicated to this series. Please click on the link attached to this video and get your copy now. So we'd like you to shed light on what makes a woman feel loved in a relationship or even in marriage.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Okpe, for the invitation to comment on this very unique or peculiar subject matter on how does a woman feel love. Now, according to the Song of Solomon, chapter 2, 3 to 4 from the Message version, I will read. It says, as an apricot tree stands out in the forest, my love stands above the young men in town. Now, this is a woman speaking. We are getting a woman, a beloved, a woman's opinion or experience with a man. All right. So she's making the comment here and she's saying, as an apricot tree stands out in the forest, my love stands above the young men in town. All I want is to get in a shed, to taste and savor his delicious love. He took me home with him for a festive meal, but his eyes feasted on me. What an experience she had. This is an experience she had that she's commenting about. And I found out that beyond the romance, there are other, you see, romance. Any man can give romance. So I would like to say to the brothers, stand out. Anybody can give romance. Romance is what we see in the movie. It's not difficult. We have lines, pick up lines. You see, we have this and that. We have ways to show love. As for romance, go and watch Indian films. There are songs, or go and watch Korean or all these films. They will teach you how to do romance. You see, but romance alone is not enough. And I know that there are many young ladies who are carried away with romance. They want to be tendered like a teddy bear. They want to be pat like a cat. They want to be stroked, like a cat. You know how you stroke them? They want to be stroked like a cat. They want to be sang lullabies too. Omomo, makemo, omomo. Okay. No, that's not enough song, but that's the experience. They want to be managed. Is that how your father treated you? No? Come on, let's be mature. Let's go. So, but beyond all those things, I am sure that every woman gets to a point. You know, after you have broken the shell, you've peeled off the shell, you have eaten the white egg, it's left with a yolk. After the experience of relationship and romance is done and dusted, there are expectations that a woman expects from the man that claims to love her. And these expectations are serious. And without these ingredients, your love is not strong. You see, it's like when you build a house with weak, say, building materials, it will one day collapse. That's how your love is. Your love will collapse one day because it was not built strong enough to withstand the real rudiment, the real tax that marriage puts on the table. All right. Now, how does a woman feel loved is a very important question. Should I tell you? Are you ready? Drums roll. It is going to shock you that it is not what you've heard so far. Should I tell you? Men, if you love a woman, be responsible. Every woman wants a responsible man. Every woman wants a man that her family will be proud of. Every woman wants a man that her friends would admire. If you love her, then you must be that kind of man. You cannot be that kind of man that everybody's complaining about. You cannot be that kind of man that everybody says you have. Even the people who are prophets are also saying there's no hope for you. We can even assume that people who cannot see the future, they don't know what God plans for you. So they might say, this guy, there's no hope for him. But even in God's agenda, it seems the direction you are going, there's no road there, there's no way. You know, when it is on us, you see, no woman wants to have a prayer point. It's the prayer partner, not the prayer point. So if you want to be a man that is loving towards your woman, you must be responsible. And what do I mean by being responsible? You must be dependable. Many of yours cannot be depended on. You must be dependable. You must keep to promises and honor your commitment at all times. You must what? Be dependable. Number two, you must keep to promises and honor your commitments. This is how you show you are being responsible. You must take care of your own matters, your own shit, your own problems. You must take care of it. We must take care of it. You must take responsibility, accept responsibility, accept the consequences of what you say or do without trying to argue or defend yourself or allow other people suffer for your own recklessness, carelessness. This is what it means to be responsible. And unfortunately, you might have the looks, you might have the charisma, you might even have the love line, but she doesn't want to settle down on a man that doesn't know how to take responsibility. Yes, you must take care of your matters. You must be trustworthy. You cannot procrastinate. What you need to do it now. Many of us, we procrastinate a lot. I will do tomorrow. You see, no woman wants to feel that her future is left in the hands of somebody who is an addict to procrastination. There is nothing that you have committed to your hand, they've committed to your hands, that has actually seen the light of day, that has launched, that has worked, that has been productive, because you are fond of saying, I will do it tomorrow. There are always excuses. So come on, beyond the blues, beyond singing blues song. Now you are going to marry Ayawa, to God be the glory. Beyond that song, you must be the kind of person that can be responsible. You see, once you are responsible, you're already checking the list. Check. You see, because anybody can give romance. And romance is an essential part of every relationship that eventually settles down in marriage. But romance alone is a weak ingredient for marriage. Number 2 ways you can show love. If you do this, like now, if you become responsible, she begins to see a future in you. Otherwise, there is love. But they will call it you a fling. You are just a cheap distraction for the meantime. And when it's time for her to choose, she will choose somebody. Don't forget, it is how to love that ends up in marriage, not how to love that ends up in the bedroom. How to love that ends up in emptying your bank account. That's not what we are saying. How to love that ends up after 1 or 2 years breakup. No. How to love that ends into marriage. And that marriage is only foreseeable with a woman when she can trust that you are responsible. And unfortunately, many of you probably listening to me do not see that as a basic requirement. Number 2, you must be matured. If you love her, show her that you can be matured. You know, there are many boyish husbands and boyish relationships. Childish. The brothers, the men there are childish. Their expectations are childish. Their views are childish. Their opinions are childish. What they think is childish. How they talk is childish. How they behave is childish. And I know what I mean by when you're childish. Yeah. Brother, your lady is looking forward to you becoming more developed emotionally. No sister likes a nagging husband. No sister likes a nagging husband. No sister likes a foolish boyfriend. So brother, she expects you to behave responsibly. Brother, she expects you to be spiritually responsible. But much more, she would like you to be a man of God. If not any other person's pastor, no problem. She likes you to be. You see, look at what the woman said about her beloved. He said, as an apricot tree stands out in the forest, my love stands above the young men in town. Do you know what that means? That means by the time she looks around, she realized that this guy stands out. I need you to be a standout man. Hey, not just a standout child, but a standout man. And guess what? To stand out, you need to follow the 3rd principle. And the 3rd way to show love is show her that you're a man with feelings. Show her that you can feel. Don't be stuck. Don't be hard. Don't be emotionless. Smile. Smile. Now, there's this Indian film we watched where they said the guy cannot smile. You are not like that. Smile. Laugh. Make jokes. Show concerns. Now, there was a question that was asked, which I want to quickly bring to the table. Now, I believe very well that in relationship, boundaries are essential. So when we say visit, hold hands, if you hold hands too much and the electric catch you, who will we blame? If you ask me, now who I go ask? You can't say because they say we should hug, then you start hugging, and then suddenly electric or cold start catching both of you. No, they are boundaries. So don't visit him in his house. You can visit that. Okay, let's make an appointment. Let's meet at the bus stop or let's meet at a restaurant. I think that's fair. So I felt that what I said last week, I felt I should quickly come in and say disclaimer. I think sense is profitable to establish relationships. There are certain communications, there are certain things you don't share. You see, there are certain things that you don't say because I know that he's going to marry me, so I tell him I'm not a virgin. There are certain things you don't share until you have passed that cutoff mark. Yes. There are certain people you don't introduce her to, and certain people you don't give her a contact so that she does not go and embarrass you by calling them and begging for urgent 2K or urgent 50K to go and be doing her job. Or she goes, you don't take her to your parents' house yet, so she does not go and steal the meat in disguise of helping your mom, her mother-in-law, wash plates. You don't want to embarrass yourself eventually. You don't introduce him to your friends, and before you know, he has impregnated one of your sister in the Lord. You see, all I'm saying is that there are levels and phases of relationships. I believe this is when you have tied the knot. There are certain things to do. If not, you can minimize it. Instead of holding hands, you can just give an elbow or give a wiper. Do you know what a wiper is? Give a wiper. This is a wiper. You can just give a wiper. Because you don't know what when you hold hands one day, and the hands will mean more than just holding hands. Don't form the habit of touching people. Touching them. One day you will go and touch somewhere that will cause commotion. And can you stand it? Can a man sit on fire and not be burned? Don't say, baby, I love you. So that grace no do am one day and you go run for your life. I know what I'm saying. So in answering that question, I believe certain things are essential, but in phases and in levels. I believe you grow and you will know when that phase has come. But then there are certain things that the only phase you can apply them is when you are married. You cannot say she should cook for you and bring it to your house. You cannot say, come to my house and come and wash my clothes for me. Those are wifey responsibility. And if you want a wifey responsibility now, marry her now. And that's where we are coming to. If you love her, the greatest way to prove you love her is marry her. When you marry her, you have shown that beyond all the brothers and 10,000 men and brothers and angels that say to her, they love her, you are the only one that has proved it by taking her. So marry her. This is the best way to prove that you love her, is to marry her. You see, if you cannot marry her, your love is just fickle. Now you know what you define. After it's all said and done, don't spend the same time you use in getting a bachelor's degree to be in a relationship. Fulfill your promise to her and get married. A great man of God once said, when you want to know a serious brother who would eventually marry you when he asks you out to be his beloved, he would also tell you he wants to marry you. He could tell you, and he would tell you the day he will do that, the year he will do that. So brother, no more scam. Sisters are tired of scam. No more scam. No lady wants to go on an unending journey of being in relationship status. They want a change of status to be married. Be nice and marry her now. This is it. No, not complete. Because I've told, we all know romance, but beyond the romance, you need to show you love her by marrying her. You need to show you love her by being responsible. You need to show you love her by showing that you're a man with feelings. You need to show her you love her by being matured. And if you want to get more content and more gist, more keys on how to woo your woman, just subscribe to the channel, click on the notification button, like, share this video. And if you have questions, please feel free to ask. And if you have different opinions, I'm all ears. God bless you.